DLC. Welcome to your barony. You're about to make the unyielding Stolen Lands a prosperous kingdom. There's a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and build up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliances with other states, wealth for their treasury, and many other things. Good luck in your ruling, Baroness. Oh, Vanna's doing great. She wasn't feeling too swell recently, but like, I mean, overall she's feeling great, but she's like, we had a huge, like, we were in home during the entire weekend, so she's pretty tired now. However, she took the week off, so she's got plenty of time to just like chill and relax. I'm working tomorrow, so yeah. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is a throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Keston tucks his thumbs under his belt and stands quietly. Hello, my dear friend. Lender Lebeda, the young noble from Brevoy, you've chosen as an emissary, greets you with a distracted nod. I'm glad to see you in good health. I don't see how you remain so steady in these circumstances. He makes a wide gestures with his hand, obviously meaning something larger than your throne room. But in truth, I shouldn't worry. A little effort and this barony will become a rich and prosperous land, right? Barony effects. Community plus 6, loyalty plus 6, military plus 3, economy plus 3, divine plus 3, arcane plus 3, stability plus 3. New event. Pillage the Temple of the Elk, trade agreement with Shartova, rebuild the Temple of the Elk, Svenki's offer, and Tristan's training. Difficulty level of your barony. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If it's set to automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. They will be taken care of automatically and your barony will never fail. However, this will prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Since ruling seems to be a new thing for you, I'll put the matter simply. There are two kinds of issues that the Baroness must address, boring ones and amusing ones. You have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems, and you can give them orders from wherever it pleases you. But sometimes an urgent matter will arise, a dragon attack, or the visit of some noble dignitary like myself. Events like these demands the Baroness' personal presence in the capital. We'll mark these events on the map too. According to the ancient tradition of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers in these parts find it convenient to receive visitors and chop off heads at the beginning of each month. I know well that traditions can be tedious, but nevertheless I advise you to visit the capital on important days. But here's the main thing. You should start choosing people to fill the key positions right away. I've been playing ESO, awesome! Talking ones and punching ones, yeah, pretty much. Your cleric, Jod and Tristan, were the first to beg for an audience. I'll leave you to your thoughts for now. I'm sure you'll make wise decisions. Of that, I have no doubt. That's Jod. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Jod stumbles slightly. Though, to be honest, this isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. Jod exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now there's a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Christian and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There's a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The local believes that ritual glorifying the dark gods were held there. Back in ancient times, there is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound, it will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more, I swear by Erastil. I will go as soon as I'm able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the Bald Hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have more pressing matters at hand right now. Oh, it's been going super well, Corey. Thanks for asking, man. What about you, dude? I mean, outside of, writing a bunch of papers and the fact that you just said that you've been good. What's anything new in your life? Anything, like, super fun going on? I've been doing well, man. I've been enjoying the freaking hell out of this game. This game is so good. The barony has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. These are as follows. Population needs a regent. Loyalty needs a consular. Military needs a general. Economy needs a treasurer. Religion needs a high priest. Foreign affairs needs a grand diplomat. Stability needs a warden. Magic needs a magister. Culture needs a curator. And espionage needs a minister. Stats increase if your governance is successful and decrease if events don't end well or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let your barony stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subject to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has certain milestones or ranks within them. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks the corresponding advisor position for that stat. Further development of that stats and upgrades to its rank will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the Stolen Land citizen to these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Open the Advisor tab on the right side of the screen, click on Advisor empty slot, and select a character to appoint them as an advisor. Just finish up school. Awesome, dude. Every barony stat gains a bonus from a specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. The name of the barony cannot be changed later in the game. Oh, we get to name it! Dude! Okay. It's not going to be the Stolen Land. We're gonna call it what is the name of the country, really? Barony of the Beard, no. Beardville? Oh god. No, I want to give it like a cool name. Like a oh god, I don't know, man. I was thought you had a recall bearing. Hold on. Shinoville. Oh god, it's not a ville though. It's a country. Let's call it. Dude, I don't know. Acheron? Man, Acheron is kind of a cool name. Stupid stain. You know what? I kind of like Acheron. Sounds cool. Yeah, let's call it Acheron. Click your capital icon to open the settlement map. Advisors. Wow, okay, look at this. And we got cards down there. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, hold on. A regent. The regent ensures subjects' complaints and concerns are heard by the ruler and serves as a link between the baroness and the people. Okay, these 3 people can occupy this role. However, I feel like either Valerie would be... Wait, hold on. Any of you have played this game before? Like Tingle, have you played this game before? I don't think you did, right? Because you wanted to buy it. Because I'm wondering if I put Valerie in there, I won't be able to have her in my group anymore, will I? Let's give it a shot. Let's say I want to put her there, right? Because he's got a +3. The thing is, though, he's going to try and make decisions that favors both his own interests and those of the barony, whereas I want her to follow the letter of the law. Save first? I don't think I can save. Yes, I can. Great.
A rest is in order.
What is this? The High Priest. No matter what deity he serves, the High Priest strives to satisfy the spiritual need of all citizens in the barony. He's got a +5, though. I think I'll put in Jod, because Jod is not an actual... Well... He's got 5 in Divine, which is going to be good. Treasurer. Treasurer's duty is to keep the coffers of the barony full and ensure any gold spent is spent wisely. There's no candidate for this position yet. General. The general is the highest ranking officer in the army of the barony and is responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Oh god. None of these are good. Consular deals with troubles of the common folks and helps settle land disputes and agricultural matters. This advisor ensures citizens remain loyal to the throne. Oh. Cares for the people over all other concerns. Well, that's fine. We'll put in there. The regent ensures subjects' complaints and concerns are heard by the ruler and serves as a link. You know what? I want to put her in there. The law. Shit, man. Here... He's got slightly more, but I don't like him. We'll put her there. Projects. Plunder the Temple of the Elk and rob it of all remaining treasures, plus 150 BP. Barony points, I guess? Prevents future restoration of the temple. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Restore the Temple of the Elk to its former glory, making it the center of Erastil worship in all the surrounding areas. Unlocks a special region upgrade. And it says prevents pillaging the temple. See, I'm scared of putting him in there and realizing that he's gone for 60 days. You know? Tristan's training. Intensive training and expeditions into the wilderness improves your companion's efficiency. This increases your companion's level, making them suitable to join your current party. Svenki's offer. Svenki Keeg, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has a strong interest in spreading the Stag's God's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil on your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally in a place of worship for Erastil. Well, he's already busy. So... Trade agreement with Sertova. Our merchants will receive the right to establish a sizable trading post in the heart of New Stedvin. Each city in the barony gains an extra 5 BP per week, 2 BP for each town, and 1 BP for each village. I don't have enough funds to this. You know what? I think I just sent Harim and he's stuck there for like 60 days. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Declare the outskirts a part of your kingdom. Oh. Choose an advisor to handle this event. You may claim new regions to expand your territory. Open the regions tab on the right side of the screen and select the relevant project at the bottom of the screen. Claiming a region will allow you to significantly increase your barony stats and found settlements in the new lands. Here is what you must do to claim a new region. Meet special regional conditions, that is, complete a quest or reach a certain rank. I wasn't done reading it. One of your barony stats has reached 20 points. It's time for you to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisor and discuss the future of the states. To do so, return to your capital and click the button on the appropriate event card in the throne room. Whatever choice you make, remember your advisors may disapprove. If the current advisor decides that you argue too much, they will quit forever. Wow. After you talk to an advisor and make a decision, a new kingdom project will become available that will increase the stat rank. You can find it on the bottom center of the screen on the projects tab. It will take you and your advisors 14 days to complete the project. Time will be automatically sped up until the project is finished. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Looking chunky. Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay. We have a new project there? No, we don't. Events. An advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter that concerns the barony's future. I love that I'm already starting to take over some parts of the land and stuff. Trishan lowers his head. Greetings, Baroness. I'm sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baroness, nor what to expect of you. Would you be a fair ruler for all, or only those of wealth and status? Let us reassure your people. Show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. We shall hold a fair for the common people. I want them to know that I hold them closest to my heart. Trishan smiles warmly. We will hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to her people. We get community +2 and culture +2. Great. Hiram looks embarrassed. He runs his fingers through his beard and clears his throat a few times and speaks at last. I heard, not that it is important, but well... He clears his throat again. I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarf of the 5 Kings Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them, or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still here, and possibly not only the road. Hiram holds his beard in his fist. Well, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Why do you ask for this? Hiram fiddles with his beard again. I shouldn't, probably, but it's like a wound that's never healed. You know it will only hurt more, but you still need to scratch it. Of course it's foolish and vain. But I still wish to look at them. Of course, if I find any dwarven ruin, I'll take you to them. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Jod. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently and I noticed old Boken just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old Grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use of his skills since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. And then it struck me, why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchants. That's not a bad plan. Managing the barony. That is not a bad plan at all. How do I do... What? How do I click the map? Yeah, click the map. Okay. Whew. Whew. The advisor to the Baroness will spend 14 days on a special project to increase the rank of a respective stat. You can find one such project under the project tab, assign an advisor and start the project to increase the rank of a stat. Success. The Baroness granted the advisor an audience. We get loyalty +1. The visitor has met with the Baroness. Spend 2 weeks resolving the loyalty of citizens in the barony. Wait, hold on. The ancient curse you were warned about is now active. It will decrease your barony stats each 2 days for 14 days unless you overcome it. To protect your barony, you should hurry to the Bald Hilltop to confront the threat, while also sending one of your advisors to assess the consequences of the curse. Both actions are vital for the well-being of the barony. Yay! Hey, people are more loyal to us now. Sweet. New merchants have arrived in capital. Great! Mysterious weed. A giant weed is taking over more and more farmland. Someone must persuade the peasants to start fighting this pest. Failure. You didn't assign an advisor and left this problem unresolved. Messengers were sent to every region, but their warning fell on deaf ears. The peasants refused to act and even accused the messengers of inviting disaster. We lost 2 points. Well, shit. Okay. Hold on. Advisors. Well, I don't have a section for... Huh. Odd. The rumors surrounding the Bald Hilltop proved true. The barony has been flooded with monstrous spiders attacking the locals and slaughtering the cattle. Reports indicate that a huge arachnid spread a ghastly disease that weakens the victim with fever and coats their body with blisters. This division has to be stopped before panic and infection ravage the stolen lands. Wow, DC 20. I need an 8 or more on this event. Troll invasion. Kessin arrived at the castle with reports of strange trolls swarming the gnarl marches. Okay. Your Grace, Kessin has a troubled look in his face. I fear there's another matter that requires your attention. There has been reports, many of them, from settlements across the Gnarl Marches. There are trolls in the forest, seemingly hordes of them. I don't think it's part of our kingdom. Rumors claim they're more than the typical savage beasts. They almost seem to show reason in tactics. They form groups, attack all at once, plunder the villages, and carry away the peasants. Even stranger, kobolds have been spotted amongst their ranks, when usually they would be attacked on sight. Kessin falls silent for a moment. I'm not certain any of this is reliable. Fear builds mountains of molehills. Some of the rumors even say that these trolls carry torches and burn down houses, seemingly unafraid of open flames. It's entirely possible the rest of the reports could be exaggerated as well. The common folk will hardly heed any simple exhortation. Someone will need to go to the Gnarl Marshes to investigate the matter. I was considering the matter when it hit me. What if you were to take on this investigation yourself, Your Grace? A Baroness duty is to her people. I'll head south and look into the situation. Thank you, Your Grace. Kessin sighs with relief. When you decide to go, please remember that trolls can only be killed with fire or acid.
Trolls who didn't fear fire? That sounded terrible, and dangerous, and terribly dangerous. If we couldn't rein them in, our young barony would be eaten up in a snap.
Right. Let's go back to the map. We still have another one of those that we can possibly do. I think it might be like another quest or something.